Come on. Oh, this fucking phone. Hey, when you plug the phone in and then it just keeps beeping. The charger on and off. It's annoying. Michael, it's annoying. Thank you for resubscribing. 25 months. That's almost a year, I think. I don't know.
Enter your
Spam. It's about my
you have one unheard message. First unheard message. And correctly on Google and Google Voice Search. Press 1 to speak to an agent. Deleted. End of message.
I don't want to speak to an agent. I want you to leave me the fuck alone is what I want. Literally today, I think I've gotten, and I'm not even an exaggeration, which I love to exaggerate. 13 or 14 spam messages from like 9 o'clock. You settle down, Chad. You. Oh. I know I'm getting all worked up. And it's the I keep getting that one. I don't even know what that one is, but I've gotten that like 6 or 7 in a row. I've gotten one about my my overdue taxes, which is my taxes have been done. My wife did them. My student loan one. I mean, it's just the same crap over and over. I'm like, the one that keeps getting me is a business. I'm not a business. Legally, I'm not a business. Leave me alone. Yeah, I'm still. I won't upgrade to like an iPhone and all that crap. I can barely figure this thing out. My wife just bought me my Fitbit. Is on its last legs, and they used to do real cool things. Fitbit do contests and different challenges and stuff, and they get rid of all of that. So now it's just basically it's a watch, and it keeps my steps. So she bought me some new watch looking thing, and she's like, "Oh, you can keep track of all this stuff, and you can get your messages on it." And I'm like, "I just want to keep track of my steps." And there's a challenge thing on there to do like do 22 straight minutes of walking, that kind of bullshit. Like that's all I want it for. All the 47,000 apps that come on it, I will eventually figure out how to delete so the thing goes quicker. I don't need to know stock prices. I don't need to know sports scores. I just look it up. It's just overly complicated, and I'm an old man. So all of it is just ridiculous. There was definitely a sweet spot with technology. It was pretty much perfect and super useful. We're kind of gone past that. I 100% agree. I'd like to get back to the days where, oh, we can text people, but we didn't need 40,000 apps. We can basically call people or text people. That's all I really want the phone for. And I want my social media to be more like MySpace, where we worried more about making the pages look cool and having music playing on our page, rather than all this. Let's fight about politics. Let's the bridge collapse. Let's post 4,000 fake videos. Let's blame all the politicians for this. All this just bullshit stuff. Oh, it's Positive Friday. Sorry. I'm positive I'm annoyed. Positive. Hey, there's Mr. Frank. I'm positive Mr. Frank just came in. My wife should be popping in tomorrow. I haven't seen her in like a week. She'll be coming over tomorrow to get some stuff prepared. Preparations for Easter Sunday, which we are having here. But her sister probably won't be back until Sunday, so she's staying over there tomorrow as well. So hopefully I will see my wife. The goal is we have Easter after they all go to church. I will not be going to church with them, but then they'll come here and have some food, and hopefully then her sister will be awake to come pick them up or be over here. And regardless, then my wife will be home Sunday night for at least 2 weeks, but probably no more than that. Oh, Mr. Frank resubscribed. I can't wait to see you also resubscribe tomorrow as well. I'm glad we're getting all the subscriptions in because it's getting a little low there. See, now I had 9 subscribers, and then Michael Schotter subscribed and it get me to 10, and then Frank just subscribed and it kept me at 10. So tomorrow, when you have to resubscribe, actually, I guess it would be Monday. I probably will not be on. I know I will not be on tomorrow or Sunday. Not going to happen. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It's Positive Friday because my wife is getting up at like 8 o'clock tomorrow morning because she can't sleep and her mother's really that well anyway. So she's gonna come over. She's gonna go food shopping, and then come over with that food, and then we're gonna clean the house. Now I'm already doing a lot of that today. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did the dishes. I did the laundry. I got to clean the kitchen. She bought a new vacuum. I got to put the new vacuum together, and I'll do some vacuuming. Is that a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy shirt? Close. It is a baseball. It is a Jacksonville Jumbo shrimp shirt in honor of their opening day today. That I will not be going to, but I will be listening to on their radio app tonight. Yeah, that's good misery. Lying is for liars, and so is love. Love is for suckers. See, love is for me, you, and Dee Schneider are like this. We know. We know. I had a good day yesterday. I watched, even though the first 2 games were canceled, I watched a lot of baseball yesterday. It does seem too legit to quit. I watched the Marlins lose to the lowly Pirates. Sorry, Michael. Freaking Yankees come back and win, which is not good. But then my dad's team, the Tigers, 1-0 shutout on opening day, which is great. And then I watched Red Sox game was on at 10. I watched about 11 o'clock and I fell asleep. But it was a good day of watching baseball opening day. So I will probably watch some more baseball this afternoon. Red Sox are on again tonight. You got to take them when you can. Exactly. Exactly. So. And it's not like the Pirates looked good. It's just the Marlins looked awful. Look at Mr. Frank. Poetry in motion. I just want to get this. Just want to get this page done. I'm really not looking for a huge writing day today. Because my focus needs to be on cleaning the damn house. Yeah, I've been living like a bachelor for 2 weeks, so there was like dishes and stuff, and I'm like, I really should soak these first. Well, I just start the damn song, yep, and that song will be there all through the weekend. There have been a couple of times over the past few years where the Pirates have flirted with being decent, but they just can't ever seem to keep it going. Yeah, that's one of those. Pirates are one of those teams where you're like, they got some really good people in there for a little while. For I think a year or two. Was it 2 years? Kyle Keller pitched for them out of the bullpen. He was one of the guys that lived with us when he played for Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. In fact, when we went up there, the last time we did Beers and Fears, me, my wife, and Chuck Buda went to the Pirates were playing in Philly, and we drove from the Poconos to Philly, and Kyle put us on the guest list, family guest list, which was nice. We got really good seats behind home plate, and then we wandered around looking for him to the bullpen, and he was not there. And then he texted us afterwards, and he said, "Well, right before the game, somebody came off the disabled list, and they sent me down to I think Indianapolis is AAA for them. So I had to head out, but hopefully you still got your they still gave you honored the seats, which they did. But it sucked because I wanted to go and meet all the Pirates. You go down and meet everybody, but I couldn't because he was not there." My favorite Twisted Sister song, So It's Livable. Yeah. The one that keeps popping up for me on my Spotify, on those daily mixes, for some reason, is Hot Love. And, what's the other one? No, I'm lost. Can't even think about it. It was like two Twisted Sister songs, but I can't remember what the other one is that keeps coming up. On the bright side, PNC Park is a really nice Venus. Really nice Venus. I mean, one of my favorite planets. Great place to watch a game regardless of the outcome. I've never been. Oh, no, I mean, I was when I was like 5 or 6 years old in the mid 70s. We all went. But I have not been. That was when we did the baseball trip, me and my dad, a few years ago. Pittsburgh was one of the stadiums we were going to go to, but it was just so far out from where we were. So we were like, you know what, we're not going to go drive from Milwaukee all the way to freaking Pittsburgh and back. But I do want to get out there someday. I know the other Twisted Sister song is the Suzette song. What is it? You're Not Alone. Those two for some reason keep popping up for Twisted Sister for me. So there you go. Now you're gonna have that song in your head, Mr. Frank. Yeah, that's where we went to Three Rivers. We went to probably more than half of the stadiums back in the '70s. So all the original, none of those great stadiums are around. The old what was it, Memorial Stadium in Baltimore, original Yankee Stadium, Shea Stadium, Boston. My family's been there for 120 years, so that one was there. 110 years, I guess. I'm trying to think else. We went to Detroit, the old Tiger Stadium. Milwaukee, the old stadium. Cincinnati, the old. So we've been to a ton of those old baseball cathedrals from the '70s, which were great. But I haven't been to I haven't been to the new Yankee Stadium. I haven't been to the new see the Mets. Been to Atlanta a few times. I don't know. Me and my wife always talked about doing. Actually, me and my dad always talked about doing a West Coast trip because I've never been to. When we were kids, we were in Anaheim. Actually, when I was a teenager, we went to Anaheim, but I've never been to. I've never been to see the Dodgers or San Diego or the Mariners or any of those teams. So I got up super early this morning, and I spent my first 2 hours drinking my first cup of coffee and playing my baseball game. So I'm having a good day so far. That's why I feel like, it's good. Twitch. If it wasn't for Twitch, I wouldn't be writing. So I'm going to do a little writing. It's gorgeous out today. It is, I don't even know what it is, 68 degrees, I think. Nice little breeze. Temperatures are supposed to rise tomorrow. I think we're going to be in like the mid 80s, which is ridiculous. Once it hits like 70, I don't open windows because then it just gets hot. Since I have been alone basically for the last 2 weeks though, and I have been having to cook for myself, I'm like, oh, there's things in the pantry I didn't even know we had, which is nice. I've only since Monday this week so far, I've only eaten dinner. I've skipped lunch every day, and I've not had a single snack. I've eaten all the snacks, but still I've not gone out to get more snacks. So I think that's a win right there. I just have it like between 5 and 6. I have some. I have my dinner. Last night I was like, you know what? I want a sub. So I was like, and I'm not gonna make a sub. I need meat and bread and all that. But I'm like, you know what? Larry's Giant Subs. Here I come. Jumped in the car. Went to Larry's Giant Subs. Got the like the ultimate or the Italian, whatever it is. The girl says, "What do you want on it?" I said, "Lettuce, tomatoes, onions, oil and vinegar, salt and pepper." And mayo? No. No mayo. We also have mustard. I said, I don't want mayo or mustard. Please don't, please, I'm begging you, don't put mayo or mustard on these. Then I was very worried. So when she brought it out, they make those subs pretty damn quick. When she brought, everything's pre-sliced. When she brought it out, I immediately flipped it and looked, and I'm like making sure there's no mayo or mustard, because I would have been pissed. I'd be like, I fucking just told you like 3 times. But it was not. It was good. And I ate. Then I came down. I came home like a bachelor, like a single person. Came home to my 2 cats. Watch some more baseball. So that was that. I started last night when I went to bed. I started Alexander C. Bailey's first book release. Started reading that on my from Kindle Unlimited. Best part of the book so far is the special thanks is to me. So you really can't beat that. Oh, I finished this book. I finished that one yesterday as well. Very good. Even though I hate Rush, and we talked about this, it was a very good book. Great story. He's got a very good sense of humor, which I never realized because I thought, oh, you're in Rush. You're one of those douchebag serious guys who takes yourself totally seriously. He does not. He makes fun of his giant nose about 1,000 times in the book. I've got a big bag of peanut M&Ms sitting on my desk staring at me, but I vowed not to open it until my audiobook goes live. That's good. That's like you're like giving yourself a treat. That's a good move. Why are you parked in front of my house? Whoa, you scared the shit out of me. Don't just fucking come up like that. Fucking cat. All of a sudden, I got paws in my balls. Which is another great Twisted Sister song. So the neighbor, Harry, who does his religious crap, screaming and yelling in his living room every night. His truck is parked in front of my house. Why? Get away from my house. Is he waiting for somebody to pull out of his driveway? Looks like it. I don't know. Oh, because the mailman. What did you... Dude, stop. Hey. Mailman slowed down and then he just kept going. Where's my junk mail? My wife's 2 weeks worth of junk mail just piled up on the table now. So it's going to take her a while to go through all that crap too. I'd literally bring the mail in and drop it. Oh, I got books? Okay. And then I'll... Otherwise, I don't care. There's nothing in there for me. Guarantee it. Peanut M&Ms does sound good, but I'm good. I'm being good. Good part is I don't want to leave the house today, or I would probably do something stupid like that. Y is a crooked letter. That's what my grandmother would say. I remember her saying that too when we were just little kids. Still don't know. Yeah. I don't. I was kind of hoping you were going to explain it, but I guess you don't know what it means either. Getty's a good guy for sure. Very down to earth. They were actually. Peart was just misunderstood because he's kind of an introvert and people misinterpret it as being stuck up. Yeah, there's a lot of that in the book of Neil Peart. Not Neil Peart. Everyone always says Neil Peart growing up, but it's Neil Peart. It's Pear with a T. Peart. He, that was his thing, was like, he never, after at the end of an encore, he never would come out from behind his drum set. That was his spot. And the very last show they played in 2015, Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson said they were very surprised and very happy because he actually came out and hugged them and stuff. So it was very interesting because I didn't know any of their history or any of that. I didn't know they had a different drummer on their first album. I didn't know all of that crap. They talk about the writing of the songs and stuff, which is interesting. Even though I'm not a fan of their music, I at least know all those songs from listening to it like 1,000 times. And yeah, he was very, very. He wouldn't sign autographs. He wouldn't do meet and greets. He wouldn't do interviews. He basically was like, this is what I do. I drum, and I'm gonna record in the studio, and I'm gonna play shows. And he would drive all the way through their last tour. He never he never rode on the bus with them, or he never flew unless they actually had to. He would ride his motorcycle from show to show, which is interesting. So that dude would just jump on a motorcycle, be like, all right, I'll see you in Cleveland. and then he would be off on his motorcycle. It harkens back to a time when people would just say things. Yeah, old people would say things, and then they would pick up on, oh, I don't know what that means, but that sounds really good. I'm gonna use that. Going through the refrigerator, which is almost empty now, because I don't drink milk, so like we had a whole gallon of milk that just got wasted. I had to dump. I'm like, oh, look what's behind! Look what's behind the milk. Oh, yoo-hoo! I say a picture of Rush sitting at a horseshoe booth with the Runaways. It basically looked like a picture of three hot chicks sitting with three dorks they would never bang. Yeah, pretty much. He pretty much says there's no way he would have gotten. Geddy Lee says there's no way my wife would have been even interested in talking to me if I wasn't who I am. He's like, that's not a put down on her, because I wouldn't have even approached her if I was, Gary, whatever the hell his real last name is. Neil's book Ghostwriter is really good as well. Yeah, and he talks about that. He also talks about Geddy Lee talks about his bass book. I guess all the bases, like hundreds of bases. This is gonna pop. I can just feel this yoo-hoo's going all over me. Oh, it did not. Whew. Not Gary Sinise, no. He's also Jewish, which I didn't know. And there's a whole chapter that he did research about his parents, who were both survived the Holocaust in concentration camps, and the whole story is like, holy shit, this is sad. It's crazy, but he got the whole thing. What are you looking at? I think there's a lizard outside. This cat is. Oh, she is wanting to get outside. Why do yoo-hoos pop? I don't understand that either. Is it a carbonation thing? I mean, you gotta shake it. You gotta shake it. I like how it says, refrigerate after opening. Because, you can't drink all of that. I mean, that's a lot. Yeah, I take like 2 sips a day, and I put it into the refrigerator. Maybe they carbonate the Canadian ones. Yeah, it's probably. I think I do have the Canadian because I can't understand any of the language. It's all written in Canadian. It says Yoo-hoo A. I don't know. It's weird stuff. Jackie Greenblatt. Yeah, I like that guy though. Great comedian in the Catskills. page am I on here? 2. This will be 3. All right. All right. Yoo-hoo. I mean, I hit my page. I technically could wrap this up, but maybe I'll stay in for a few more minutes. Chat. Tired. It's Good Friday. You can't eat meat. My mother called me this morning. One of the first things she said, "Don't eat meat today." Okay. I'm a good little Roman Catholic boy. I did say if we had White Castle around here, Frank Edler says they have clam strips. I think for dinner I'm going to make shrimp quesadillas with mushroom, onion, and green pepper. And cheese. Lots of cheese. That'll be good. Then watch some baseball. Me and Shecky Greenblatt. What'd you have today? Would you have burgers? You son of a bitch. Yeah, I never pay attention to any of that. And I'm bringing the brats with me. Chicken. Chicken is delicious. It's gonna be interesting when my wife does come home for 2 weeks because my eating habits are completely different now. And I don't want to fall into sitting around snacking all the time. I mean, she hasn't snacked. She's been at her mom. She hasn't snacked. She's been walking a lot. So we both need to get some walking in and everything. I need to look trim and fit for AuthorCon, which I think I can do in 2 weeks. I think I could drop 30 or 40 pounds. But now I want to eat clam strips and listen to Love is for Suckers. A great combination, I'm going to be honest with you. Clam strips and Twisted Sister. They go hand in hand, like mac and cheese. I was reading all the people that are saying that Sebastian Bach should come back to Skid Row, or they should get, one of the 47 old singers that was used to be in the band, or gotta fix my nuts. Hold on. Underwear got all bedraggled. Who are they going to get to sing for them now? They should just call it quits and blah, 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 blah. Leave the guys alone. They just lost their 48th singer. At some point, within 5 singers, Tim Ripper Owens will be singing for them, because he's sang with everybody else at this point. And Scott Ian will be their rhythm guitar player. I'm almost afraid to ask, but do you ever listen to that new Priest album? I did, Michael Schotter. I did. Whatever day that was. I put it on. I listened to the entire album. And I was doing emails and stuff. I didn't hate it. There was just nothing on it that I was like, this is a great song. This is one of my favorite Priest songs. It's good. There was nothing bad on it. It just, after a while, it started to sound a lot of sameness to me. But not bad. I'm glad I heard the whole thing. And then I listened to a bunch of their late 70s, early 80s stuff. Sampled some tracks there. But not bad. I mean, it's, again, the last 3 or 4 Priest albums I was not impressed with. And there was nothing on it that I was like, oh, this is a good song, so. So not bad. Not bad. Just nothing. I've only heard like 2 or 3 of the songs. I mean, his big single there. Saw the video. I like it. And again, for me, Sebastian Bach is very hit or miss. He's always got like that 1 or 2 really, really solid songs on the album, and they don't necessarily sound like, this should be a Skid Row song. They really, it's really just good songs. So I wonder if he'll play any of that solo material when he rejoins Skid Row in the next 30 or 40 years. There's JC. JC in the house. Everybody remember JC? Remember this guy? He's here for the Positive Friday. Well, you missed a lot of the negative. Michael says, right on. I really like it, but I'd agree it does get a little samey. For me, the opener, Panic Attack, was a real standout. Yeah, again, there's like some really good songs on it, but there's just, for me, there's nothing there, and again, I'm old and cranky. There's nothing there that you would put up, again, you would say like any song off of like Screaming for Vengeance or British Steel or any, you know what I mean? Like none of these songs, I think, if you recorded all these songs then, they would be outtakes. They would be B-side, Japanese only song releases. You know what I mean? Nothing great, some decent stuff, but nothing that you get excited over. And I think that's the problem. This Frank, he's kind of harder than Skid Row, in my opinion. Yeah, I definitely. It's like Skid Row, that first album, they basically John Bon Jovi picked, these are the songs you're going to do, and these are your these are your your two ballads, and this is your slow song, and blah blah blah. And then for the second album, they're like, fuck this, we're going to get heavier. And I liked where they were going with that. I mean, Slave to the Grind, I think, is a phenomenal album still, and I think he kind of went in that direction of some of his stuff. Like, I'm just going to write some kick ass heavier tunes, and every album has like one or two of those songs. Thank Cthulhu. I hope everyone still remembers me. I forget. You should listen to Exodus. Have you heard this band? It sounds like Exodus. I'll just listen to Exodus. I was on the phone Wednesday night with JC. Hadn't talked to him in 6 months. He's bringing up bands I've never heard of and will never listen to, which is always funny. He's like, "Oh, I saw this band eating fetish with Chinese food. I saw them opening for Death Chicken. Although you'd love them. They sound like Exodus. No, I'm good." Yeah, JC calls out my name every night. How's that? Eating Face Chinese. I love those guys. They sound just like Exodus. Funny, whenever he named old school bands, I knew those guys. Just any of this new stuff. Any band that came out like after like 1998, I don't know. But I know every band from the 90s. I still remember every one of those bands. I have a lot of those sounds like bands. Yeah, exactly. I will remind everybody to subscribe, resubscribe, using your Twitch Prime. And also follow me on YouTube, because all of these go on drop to YouTube after the fact. And also I got a ton of other videos and different things on YouTube for you to check out. That's all free as well. Stop being old. I can't stop being old. I'm old. I'm old and I feel it. Mr. Frank is conducting business now. JC, do you know if you're going to do Collingswood yet? I'm going to say no, he's not doing it. I have no idea if he is or not. I'm just throwing it out there. If you go, I'm going to buy the second table. In June, in the middle of June, some around Father's Day, maybe. They're Shelly's got her work convention in Philly, at one of the convention centers or something. And I will be going up with her as well. So just letting you guys know. I should be up there in June for 3 or 4 days. My thing is I'm just going to eat cheesesteaks. So I don't know if I'm even going to see anybody, but I'm just letting you know. I will be in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. JC says, oh shoot, thanks for the reminder. Let me talk with the boss next week before the April deadline kicks in hard. Fucking, that thing kicks hard. He should. He sells 1 million copies of that friggin' anthology there for some reason. Yeah, exactly. We were talking about that. I told them that you told me that all he sells is the Matt Wilderson anthology. South House Cheesesteak and Jude. Yes, I definitely want to check that place out. If we do nothing else, JC, I want to meet you there to grab some food. So, I'm not sure where it will be exactly and all that fun stuff, but I mean it's in Philly, so figure it out. I've never seen anyone sell one anthology and JC sells 20 copies of his every time. Yeah, right? That's funny. And here's the thing, it's not like that's the only book he has. I mean, he hasn't written a book in like 20 years, but he has actual books on the table he should be selling. Like Victoria Nations has never written a book, probably will never write a book. And she's in like 6 different anthologies over the last 15 years. And she, that's all she ever has on her table is she's selling a bunch of anthologies. But I'm like, well, if you're selling anything, that's all you can sell. I wishes it was 20. What's that noise? This is the guy next door mowing his grass for the 50th time this month. I don't know. Plus, once I get the dates, then I can see. Maybe we can go to I'll go to a Phillies game. Oh. I think I'm going to wrap this up for the day. Everybody have a great weekend. Everybody have a great Easter, if that's your thing. If you enjoy eating candy, enjoy all that. And I will be back on Monday. Monday, which will be Easter Monday. That's what my planner says. Easter Monday. I don't know what that means. Who the fuck knows? Have a nice holiday and stuff. You too. You too. I don't know if they celebrate holidays in Pittsburgh or they just cry about the Steelers or about all the steel mills closing down like a Springsteen song. I don't know what's going on up there. But you enjoy whatever you're allowed to enjoy legally. All right, everybody. I'm out of here. Thank you very much. And also, make sure you subscribe and resubscribe. I would appreciate it. We fake it.